As a professional sports bettor, you must know how to analyze different kinds of matchups to know where there is value to bet on. Picking winners is what makes us money in this business, so you need to know what to bet and what to stay away from. Doing your due diligence before laying the bet is the difference between a professional gambler and a complete degenerate. I will show you how to find the best resources to analyze your bets. We will focus on totals, corner kicks, halftime totals and three-way bets in this section. But always remember, it's important that you always find your own resources. Always find news about your teams and leagues, and always do your due diligence before you place your bets. So let's start with analyzing totals. There's a nice little tool called poisson distribution, a formula that shows you the probability for different events. If you feed it the right data, it spits out the probability of an over-under 2.5 or 1.5 or 3.5, depending on your formula. I will link you a poisson for over-under 2.5 under this video. To analyze the over, I check the matchup and check the last 10 games of the home team and the goals they scored and conceded. You can just go on Google, put in the name of the team and it spits out the last results. Some bookies have these stats too. Then I do the same for the away team and put the numbers into the formula. Now you have the probability for an over-under. But I don't stop there. I want as good results as possible, so I check the head-to-head for the team. There are matchups that have their own dynamic, and there are teams that do better against other teams, like the Spanish Clásico or the German Derby between Dortmund and Schalke. Last thing I check is the team's Twitter accounts and league infos like national sports websites to check if there are injuries or suspended players. If Cristiano Ronaldo is out for Saturday's match, it is a little less likely that Juventus is gonna score 3 goals, so I may not bet the over if he's out. Poisson distribution could also be used to predict corner kicks. You just have to adjust the formula to go for over 7.5 or 8.5 instead of 1.5 or 2.5. To research the corners, I use websites like fctables.com because they have got a lot of stats. Now you get the probability of over-unders with corners. Again, I check Twitter and some sports sites for injuries and check for weather conditions. In my experience, rainy weather is better for more corners. Okay, so now we're gonna see how to analyze the three-way bets on an example that is played tonight. Let's jump into my computer. Hello guys, today I wanna analyze a three-way bet matchup for you. I picked a UEFA Nations League matchup, Poland against Italy, and I start my research normally on one of my bookies pages. This is a European bookie I use sometimes. It's called bwin, and I got this matchup right here. You know, these are the odds, and here is a little point where I can check some stats, you know. Game will be played in Poland, in Gdansk, and it's pretty obvious Italy is a favorite. So, we got the streaks here. Poland, win, win, loss, win, 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 and Italy, win, 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 draw, win, win. We can check more games than that. So, Italy is pretty strong on the road. You see, they won the last games on the road. This is the away statistic, this is the home statistic, and this is the head-to-head. You know, the head-to-head says Poland won twice, 4 draws, and 3 wins for Italy. Italy scored more games, 0.9 on average. Poland 0.7. Here are the goals scored in the last matchups and the last games. You know, it's been 2 years since they last faced each other, so it's not that important of a statistic. 2 years in nationals could be a pretty long time. Okay, Italy won 6-0 against Moldavia. Poland won 5-1 against Finland a couple days back. So, what we see here is that Poland is more likely to concede goals. In all of the last games, except for one, they conceded at least 1 goal. Italy, not so much. 6-0, 0-1. Here they got 1, here they got 1. 0-3, 0-5. So Italy is pretty strong on the defensive end. Okay, that's the head-to-head. Not that much to see right here. So I did some Googling before. I normally just Google Poland versus Italy lineup or something like that, and I check the results. It's very important. This is why I specifically looked for lineup. Robert Lewandowski is back in the squad. Lewandowski wasn't on the team the last matches, and Lewandowski is probably the strongest player right now, at least in Europe, maybe in the world. He's a goal guarantee, in my opinion, at least for Bayern Munich he is. And I think he could be of value for the national team too. Italy very strong on the defensive side. I checked the Twitter pages of both teams for last minute injuries. 9 hours ago. Now this is just... So if you're not able to speak Polish, you can just take all that. Okay, there's not much to see here. So at least there are no last minute injuries or anything. And the Italian team, let's refresh that, the Azzurri. Let's refresh that pretty quickly. So Bonaventura will miss this game today. but other than that, it's nothing on. Okay, so we go back to the bookie. I'm gonna play this one right here. It's today my internet connection is horrible. Hello. So there we are. Okay. Since this is okay, here we are back on the bookie side. Since this is one of my smaller demo accounts or accounts where I just play for fun, we are gonna place just a smaller bet. I place my larger action on bet 365 and Pinnacle, but not that much to analyze there. Okay, so we got Poland against Italy. Italy's strong favorite. Italy very strong on the defensive side. Not that much conceded right there. And we got Poland. Both teams have a strong run. Poland at home. Probably just a handful of spectators, but still it's a home game. Italy had to travel. And the most important factor, Robert Lewandowski back on the team. So, today, even though Italy is the favorite, I think there's more value on the X right here. I'm going to play it with half a unit, 3.6 odds. There's high odds, so I'm going to play it with a very small bet, half a unit. Place the bet. Okay, and tomorrow we'll know if I was right with my prediction. Okay, this is just a quick overview. Of course, you have to do your own due diligence. Check the teams, check the head-to-head, check resources to find all you can find out about the teams, about conditions, and only place your bets when you're sure. Okay, see you in the next video.
So you see, you don't need secret insider knowledge to win sports betting. You just need to be creative in finding sources for information and always do your due diligence. In this example, I checked the bookie's stats, Google, Twitter, and a sports website to find my facts. Find additional sources if necessary, and always check all the facts you need to know in order to make informed decisions. And in case you wondered, the game I analyzed ended 0-0, so my draw bet hit.